I'm working on a stop motion with Bricks Films. I wrote up the script, super happy with it. This one's I have a feeling it could probably blow up. This one I'm probably gonna spend $75 on.
Ooh, nice.
Just to buy some figures, some sets up for him to do some sets. It should be really interesting.
Wow, guys, welcome back to the Brick Bites podcast, the best Lego podcast. Well, actually, Lego started their own official podcast. Yeah, we are. But
nobody watches the official Lego channel anyway.
That's true. I swear they're trying to compete with us, though. But, I mean, they'll never get to our level. Especially with our guest today. Yeah, exactly. But... wow, okay. So this episode is going to be a banger, and as you guys know, our guest is obviously Republic Studs. But before we kind of get into Republic Studs, I just want to give a warm welcome back to our co-host, who is Bricks by Bricks. So thank you for joining us again, Bricks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Always happy to be on the podcast.
Yeah, and it's great to have you back. And again, before we get started with Republic Studs, I just want to ask you rapid fire 3 questions for you, Bricks, that I usually ask our co-hosts. So why don't you go ahead and tell us your first set, your favorite Lego set, and your dream Lego set.
So my first Lego set was actually a Lego set that my grandma got me. It was a little gas tank truck. It was like the Octane tank truck, and ever since then I just loved Lego. My favorite set that I own would probably be my brick bank. My dream set, my dream set would probably be the dropship with ATOT.
I got offered that like 2 weeks ago for $450.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Like figures, everything.
Did you take it?
No, I didn't have that much in my bank account. I mean, I did. I just, don't want to throw everything at that because,
yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to be financially irresponsible.
And we obviously know who Republic Studs is, but I do want to give you a little bit of a formal introduction in case anyone doesn't know who you are. So he has.
I don't know who I am either, so go right ahead.
Fair enough. He has over 8,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I do?
Yes,
what?
You do. Yes, you do. Congrats on 8K.
And also, my new claim to fame is that Sawbush Studios is subbed to me, so
nice.
That's my only claim to fame.
Yeah, I saw that. He was your 8,000
subscriber, right? Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
$50 to get that one, but it's all good.
and to think, I believe that it was in April, so that would have been 9 months ago that you hit 1,000 subscribers. Is that correct?
I believe so. I don't know. All the months and weeks and years kind of just make every week is kind of like a day, and they all just kind of mush together.
Exactly. I feel that. Especially during this whole quarantine and pandemic, it definitely is just...
I mean, yeah, being locked in your house certainly does kind of just make every day is the same.
Exactly. Okay, so, wow, thank you for being on the podcast. I do want to talk a little bit about your YouTube success and having hit 8,000. What is that like?
Talk about that. Go ahead. I mean, I wouldn't call it a success. I'd say, I'd call it a success. I don't know. But, elaborate. What do you want me to exactly talk about? Well,
maybe if we went back, to just about a year ago, or when you started your channel, right? You just started about a year ago.
Yeah. About so, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've been doing it on and off for about 2 years now, probably. I used to do it I'd record a video every weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I would upload for about a year or a few months, or at least 5 or 6 months, and then crap hit the fan, and here we are, and 8,000 subscribers later.
Wow, yeah. That's just so awesome. But if we do go back to that mark of about a year, when we would find you, posting these YouTube videos on a very small account, without many views, without many subscribers. So why did you decide to start making YouTube videos? and Lego YouTube?
Well, I'm probably gonna have to go back to like when I was about 6 years old. I'll start with it's a confusing story, but we'll get there. So just bear with me. I think when I was like really young, like 5, 6, 7, I like just loved movies and TV, and like I'm a huge fan of the Muppets and all that. And I actually also watched this YouTuber. This was like the first YouTuber I would watch like and be a huge fan of. Matt3756, I believe his name now is Arcade Matt. Back then he had like 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. Now he has like 1 million or something crazy. So which is insane. But he like played the claw machine, and I just loved that, and I wanted to be a YouTuber. And then I kind of gave up on that. A few years later, I ended up getting into Lego Star Wars, or Star Wars in general, which was pretty cool. And like I got my first Lego set, and then just one thing led to another, and I wanted to find more people that like kind of look like this thing. So I went on YouTube, and the first people I found were like the Brick Show, which were Lego YouTubers, and they were always around. And I believe M&R Productions was around then. He didn't even have 100,000 subs at that point. He was actually the reason I created an account. I wanted to comment on a live stream. So you could find the day that my channel was created. I don't remember what day it was. And then you can find a live stream from that day, and you'll probably see me chatting in that. I was like really, and it was just really funny. And then I think the thing that really started wanting me to make videos was this YouTuber by the name of Daily Tactics. We've had some like interesting things happen, but he's an awesome guy. He makes really good content, and he's very like consistent with pushing stuff out. And I was a huge fan of his Rico's Brigade series, and I was in love with that series. It's kind of gone downhill recently, if I'm being honest. It's not what it used to be, but I was such a big fan. I would make all these analysis videos, and I recorded it all on my phone. And then I'd do that every weekend. It would come out every Saturday, and then the video would come out later that day. I like wrote a script on like a little notebook and everything. I still have all the scripts, I believe. And then I started doing a few Lego videos. Like the first real video I count. Like my first video was just of my little cousin kicking Jar Jar Binks in the groin.
I have seen that video. Yeah.
And then but then my first real like Lego Star Wars video, like the video that I actually consider my first, it was horrible. It was filled like horizontally. It was actually the largest video on my channel for a long time until I started like doing frequent uploads. I think it's like around 1,000 views now. But yeah, it was the Lego Daily Squad, and that was like my first kind of Lego thing. And then I just started doing a bunch of that, and one thing led to another. Some guy ate a bat or something, and then here we are, and now I have 8,000 subscribers.
Wow. So you didn't for me, and probably I think for Bricks as well. Like I got into Legos. Like I got my first Lego set when I was like 3 years old. But it sounds like you got into Legos recently.
Yes and no. I got in later than most. Like I got in when I was around 8 years old. Most people do when they're like 6 or 7. So I like was coming in at the tail end of the beautiful period in Lego Star Wars where all the amazing stuff were coming in. I didn't get into Star Wars until I was 8. So I was a little late to that train. And I guess I'm just making up the time I lost or whatever. I don't know. I had Legos for a while. Like I got my first Legos. I had Duplo, but I don't remember which first one I got of that. Then I I think one birthday I got a Lego Buzz Lightyear build. And that was my first Lego set officially. And then like a few years later, I was in Barnes and Nobles and I saw this Microfighter Falcon, and it was like, ooh, it has Han Solo, and I really wanted it. So that was my first Lego set. And then after that, I think I got the 501st Scout Walker, which is a really nostalgic set for me. I got that at like, I forgot where we were, but it had Yoda, and that's why I wanted it, because Yoda was my favorite character, and still probably is.
I would agree with you on that. I love Yoda.
Yeah. And I think that, after that, I just kind of kept growing, and then I moved, and then I had this whole like Lego area upstairs, and then I just started doing, Lego videos, and it's been amazing. Like the goal I always wanted with my YouTube channel was, if I was able to make money off of it, it would be basically to pay for my hobby. And my hobby was Legos, but now it's sort of doing YouTube, and the Legos are what the YouTube's about. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that is awesome. And so I gotta ask you. So you post daily videos. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you ever get like burned out, or do you ever like that? Just seems like a lot of work. Like full
A lot
respect
of work
for doing that.
Well, this is my passion. This is like the thing I like enjoy so much. This is like I don't really like do anything else. You can't really do anything else. Like in my state generally, like you're literally like not allowed by force to do anything else. So this is kind of all I can really do, and I'm fine with it. I don't really have any like at least in real life friends to like really talk to all the time. So this is my little fun thing, and I know there are a lot of people, like, I think recently there was this comment, this one person, I believe his name's Grayson, made. I don't know if he's going to watch this or not. I'll shout it out on my story. And he made this, like, really amazing comment. I forgot what it was. Well, I didn't forget what it was, but, like, I forgot exactly what it said. And it was, like, about how, like, this is, like, the best part of his day and everything, and that, like, just made me feel amazing. So
that's awesome.
Like, that type of stuff motivates me.
Yeah.
Like, knowing that I'm making, even though it's like a pretty insignificant difference in their like overall life, because I assume most of the Lego community fan base is a fan base that is interchanging very quickly because people love Lego and then they stop liking Lego and and then those that don't are just. I believe you had Max on your last podcast. That's correct. So I'm sorry. I usually don't think that highly of myself, but I think I'd probably be an upgrade from that piece of filth.
Nice.
And obviously, all jokes. Don't.
Yeah,
don't. No, I'm just all fun and games.
All fun and games. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I enjoy it. I got burnt out once. And it was very short. It was like one video I was just producing. I think one time I was editing a video and I was like 4 hours in, and I'm really glad it crashed. But it crashed and I was super upset, and I'm glad it crashed because it was kind of like a hit piece video. But I'm glad I didn't do it because things ended up working out well. So.
But that's so sad.
What it was. Now, because it never happened, but that's the only time I think I got burnt out, and then I didn't want to do videos for like a few days.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's insane. Do you think there's like a video, or like would it have been your Rico series or something that kind of made you take off?
Absolutely. I think any video that's my top video. Luckily and unluckily, I never had a huge like video blow up. Like I never got 100,000 views on a video. The videos that I do have that are big are my 501st Walker customization type video, and then I also made a my stop motion. And my stop motion I love, and I'm really glad. I was hoping to get like 25,000 views, and it recently just surpassed 30. It's now my second most viewed video, and
awesome.
And that one brought in a lot of people. And when the 501st Battle Pack came out, that was also like the day I hit 1,000 subs. And then once you hit 1,000 subs, the YouTube algorithm starts to treat you completely differently because they know they can make money off of you now. So, yeah. And then I just exploded for a while. And then it's been pretty steady from then on. I've been averaging at least 500 subs a month or so. And it's just been great.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember your YouTube channel back when you just had like a few hundred subs. I remember you had around the sub count that I have now, and I was just like, I remember you coming to me asking if I would sponsor a video.
That was when you were selling the fake Lego.
I quit doing that.
Taking some shots.
How much were they? Like, yeah, he was selling fake Lego on Etsy. I remember that.
I will say, I sold them for like $10 a piece and then drop shipped them from China. And I was making a lot of money off of that, but I quit doing it because it took forever for people to get their items. And yeah.
I mean, that's an unfortunate market because it's just an unfortunate market. Like, I get the thing because first it is good because grandparents who want to get their grandkids who are like 5, 6, 7, and they obviously, I assume they can't afford like really expensive type Lego figures, and they also just don't know, or they all either don't know the difference, and they're like, oh, I want Captain Rex, not Captain Rex as in W. I want Captain Rex as in like a Lego, and they could look and see the official one, and it's like $2 bajillion. They could get a knockoff one, and they're not going to know the difference.
Yeah,
and the problem is obviously where it's coming from. Like, you don't know who's making it and where it's coming from. I mean, you have an idea, but you're not exactly happy where it's coming from. And again, that goes for most things you buy like that. As well as, you know, it's just knockoff Lego, so it's kind of illegal. But it is an unfortunate market because, like, at one, you're supplying people things that they want, and the other hand, it's knockoff Lego and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't knock people who buy knockoff Lego unless they, like, just do it because they genuinely think it's good. But, like, if they, like, obviously are in a position to financially buy all their favorite clones or whatever, then go right ahead.
Yeah. The only thing that, like I think some of the cool, they're like specifically Leppin. You know, if you go on the Leppin website or whatever, I've never bought from Leppin, so I don't really know the quality.
They copy Lego. No, it's disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. And they also copy like mock and stuff that people make, and it's just like
it's interesting. Like, I just think it's good for people who aren't in a position to financially like buy these types of. Mainly for little kids. Like I'm fine with them. If it's just for little kids, like who want to have Lego armies, like I'd be fine with that. When I was little, my parents, one of my mom's, like, I guess coworkers, the sons loved Legos, but I guess like they weren't in a financial position to afford them. And my mom and they bought one for me. Like I guess because they knew I liked Lego Star Wars, and I saw it and I thought it was like the coolest thing. I still have a few of them. They're gradually like getting just put in these like knockoff Lego buckets I have to donate eventually. And that's also the thing. I'm not a huge fan of when people just like mass destroy their knockoff Legos. I'm like, just donate it. I'm sure some kid will much rather enjoy it than burn it.
I think there is a market for like fake Lego because like the first modular building that Lego created, like that field goes for like $2,000 on eBay or something crazy like that, and you can buy that from Leppin for a lot cheaper. So like if you just wanted to have it to see the cool architecture stuff or anything, or just have it in your collection.
I was just saying it's like, well, because that's like still $200. I'm just saying like clone troopers that you just really want and you can't afford because clone troopers are stupid expensive, and you need to get little Billy something, and little Billy will love it. Then go ahead.
So, what is your favorite set that is non-Star Wars, and what's your favorite set that is Star Wars? And
favorite set that's non-Star Wars is Castle. Favorite set that is Star Wars, you see is Falcon. No hesitation. Those are my top two favorite sets anyway, so that works.
Wow, you were quite on the jump there.
Yeah, that's like I've been tempted to just start an FAQ. Because, like, the top 5 questions I get asked is, what is your favorite clone legion? What's your favorite clone trooper? What is your favorite Lego set? What is your favorite Lego theme? Which, you know, kind of self-explanatory. And yeah, those are like the most common questions. So I'm like ready to answer those.
You should do like M&R does, like maybe not every week. You should do some.
Every Lego YouTuber does that, and I think honestly, in my humble opinion, nobody cares. Like it's like, who cares what I have to say? I'm just some kid that goes in the basement and talks to a camera for every day. So I don't think anyone really has to care what my opinion on random things going on in the world or Lego Star Wars is generally. And I think doing that on a weekly basis is kind of just like, yeah.
Yeah, I think on a weekly basis.
I think like it's interesting. Like there's this guy, Star Wars Explained on YouTube. People ask him questions about Star Wars lore. I think that's good, but like people care about my opinion. I'm not.
I don't.
Why? Like you'd ask me on a stream, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I would enjoy a Q&A video from you. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. Definitely on a weekly basis it becomes too much, I think.
I mean, it just seems like a boring type of concept of video. It would get old very quickly. And also, if I don't know how M&R Productions has managed to do it like that much. Like, I'm sure he's done repeat questions because
Yeah.
Like you're just doing that so many times, it would get very, very repetitive.
Yeah, well, like he's even said, like, as he's answering a question, you know, like, 5 more people have asked this before, but, you know, I'll say it again. But, too, I think that's good that he keeps answering questions because he keeps getting more and more subscribers that aren't going to look back at the old Q&As.
I mean, I also generally think I would just stink at remembering what's been asked or not, and then I'd get drilled in the comments. It's like, you already answered this in episode 132. Why are you answering this in episode 1346? Come on, stud. Get with the program. And I'd be like, okay, sorry. I do that a lot. I'm just not good with remembering things.
Yeah,
That's just on me, though.
I can see your fan base is quite dedicated. I can see them getting more upset
No,
than you.
they're the best fan base alive, especially after this mock contest. I don't know if you saw you probably didn't. You were busy earlier before this. With my mock contest, I was able to do the charity stuff. I had so many people do charitable things, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, kids were donating their Legos, and I think just encouraging. I think that's the most, the thing I really love about what I was able to do with my fan base is use it for that much good, is just encourage people to donate, and then it worked out really well, and I was able, I'm sure, to help a lot more kids than I would have if, otherwise.
Yeah, I saw.
Encourage as many people as possible across the world to do as many good things. So I'm
yeah,
going to do more
awesome.
of those.
Yeah, your Stud's Brickmas. I saw all the different entries. I was looking through them with all the different mocks and the charity donations and stuff.
There
It was really
so
cool.
many good mocks. Holy crud, there were so many good mocks.
There were some
50%
incredible.
of them, I think a solid 50% of them were the exact same mock. It was a gray base plate with some brick design and 501st Trooper. And 501st Troopers and Jet Troopers, and there was usually one Ahsoka Trooper and Ahsoka. That was every mock. That was the majority of the mocks. And there were a lot of really unique ones too.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest mock to build too, though. You can just kind of make a little base and that's common troopers.
I think I'm really happy with the winners I chose. They were all very unique mocks, especially first and third place. Ryan Studios, my mom chose for third place.
Nice. I'll have to take a look at the video as soon as we're done. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, that's awesome. Did you say so? You're building a set right now, correct?
I'm building the AAT. Yeah, I had an extra AAT, and I was like, now or never. I mean, not never. Just I figure while I'm talking, I'll get this done because I've been meaning to get this done forever. I've had this one since Black Friday.
Oh wow, you've had that for a while. How many clone troopers would you estimate to have in total?
Let me look. I mean, recently, probably close to 200, 250 now.
Oh, wow.
I have about a full, a gray base plate and a half. 1.5 gray base plates.
Wow, that's a lot. But you said you don't have a single Wolfpack trooper?
I don't have a single Phase 2 regular Wolfpack trooper. I have the other one. I have the I have the Phase 1 one now. Thanks to my man Bricks and Clones, awesome guy. You all should. He's able to get you really good deals on old sets. So
nice.
Now that I know, he's just a great guy.
I'm actually going to decal the whole Wolfpack squad today, Boost,
wow,
Sinker, and Wolf. So
very nice. I've been wanting a Squadron Customs Wolf for a while. They haven't restocked it recently, and I'm waiting for them to do realistic Phase 2 version of him.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like decaling is a lot more viable thing than Clone Army Customs because you can literally get the parts for under $5 to decal something, and it takes but it
also destroys your fingers, and you have to I like decaling when it's with Joan Toys. He has his $1 ones where you can make kicks and fives all in the new 2020 style, so they go right alongside those. I'm not a huge fan of I think I've told Bricks this. I'm not a fan of when people make pink fives in scuba gear or that sort of stuff. I'm just not a huge fan of that. I'm I guess purist. So if I was to buy Clone Army Customs, I only want to get all the main characters like the Cara, all them. I just not a huge fan of really extending beyond that. existing things.
So I have another question for Studs, and if you guys didn't know, Republic Studs is a huge fan of Kermit. So how many Kermits would you have? Do you have?
Like, how
Like,
are we
whether
defining Kermit? Like Kermit plushes, Kermit action figures, plushes, posters.
Anything that resembles Kermit.
Remotely is related to Kermit.
Yeah.
It has to be a few hundred types of things. I have like little action figures. I have a Kermit watch. I have a Kermit poster. I was at a Kermit museum and I have a picture framed with me standing next to the museum with the Kermit. I actually seen two different Kermits in two different museums. One was at the Smithsonian, and one was at this one in the Museum of Moving Image in Queens. It was amazing. Yeah, lots of Kermit.
Why Kermit? Why do you love Kermit so much?
I love the Muppets. They have like I was like, that was like my like favorite thing when I was like younger, and it just you can never. I mean, recently they've been like screwing it up. Like it just hasn't been the same recently. It's like now they have like Miss Piggy hosting drag queen contests and Muppets doing rap battles, roasting each other, and not really like what Jim Henson was doing. Like he was just doing wacky stuff, like with his like Muppets, and I just think it's just a pure like you could just watch that and sit down and just feel like a child again. I think that's why I do it. It's just like very nostalgic in a way.
I can see that.
This is probably a stupid question, but did you?
There are no stupid questions. No stupid people.
Did you ever think you'd get this many subs?
As many subs? Well, it depends if you ask me. Like, if you ask me 1 month ago if I thought I'd get 8,000 subs, I'd be like, yeah. But if you ask me like, I mean, a year ago from now, it is January 1st. So, no, I don't think I'd ever have. I don't think I'd be this far. If you asked me like a year ago or anything before that, I would probably look at you screw-eyed.
Yeah.
No, ironically enough, I had 100 subscribers before I even uploaded a video. My name was Captain Rex, and for my first few videos, my name was Captain Rex, and then I changed it to Commander Rico. That was a problem, so I named it Republic Studs later. What month did I do that? I think I did it in May.
I don't know, but I remember that exact stream that you were looking for different names.
Yeah, Brick named me. Fun fact.
Yeah, I was the one that came up with Republic Studs.
Really?
I thought it was a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick named me. That was like the perfect name. I was trying to combine the fact that I did Lego Clone Trooper stuff. Like I've been trying to slightly stray away from that, but that's not what people want. So I'm gonna be back into that once I finish with all the new 2021 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be just so hard when it comes to clone stuff. But now that it's a new year and I've given myself some space, I can do a lot more Clone Wars type content. And I was trying to combine the fact that I do clones and then I'm a Lego channel. And I didn't want to do studios at the end, and I didn't want to do bricks, and I didn't want to do productions because that's too basic.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, people were coming up with, like, Republic Studios, Imperial
Everyone
Studios.
saying that. It's like the most basic generic name, and I thought Republic Studs was a nice, creative one that's memorable. I think a lot of people do studios or productions because they'll look at M&R Productions or Solid Brick Studios. Or they'll just be like, okay, productions, I make films. And I honestly don't. I think M&R Productions is like the worst possible name. Like he should like do something else. So, like a production sounds like a stop motion type studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
I mean, even Stahlberg Studios. Like he's a very cinematic type channel. Like in the way he does stuff. So that makes more sense. If anything, his would make it better to be like Stahlberg's Productions or something.
Well, see, and my name is just Bricks by Bricks, and I just came up with that because I thought it was kind of catchy and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. It's like I needed my name to be something wholly original that doesn't exist. When I like it, you obviously like Google the names to make sure they don't exist. And the only things that showed up for Republic Studs were like these bicycle tire things.
Interesting.
So I'm good. And then later I find out there's a prequel stud. So.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Too, it's funny.
Oh my God, Prequel Stud. He's been dormant for a while. He hasn't done. I think because he's in college. But oh my God, he if he was still if he was doing consistent uploads, he'd be easily my favorite YouTuber, Lego YouTuber. My favorite YouTuber is Grace Still Plays, but I also finished the AAT. I feel like I should mention that.
You finished it?
What's your favorite mock you have done?
Favorite mock I have done, Urbana. Yeah, Urbana was amazing. I think that was my MNR Mocktober mock. I just love that mock. That was a great mock. It wasn't perfect, but I spent so many hours on that thing. It looked amazing. It was the first mock I actually finished the way I generally wanted to. I was really happy with how it turned out.
See, I've tried to do 2 mocks. One was Hoth, and then the other was Arvala 7. I remember I never finished
the Mando mock, and we got 2 weeks into it, and then you bought all those Jawas.
Yeah.
And then you give away everything you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
Every time I turn around, you're giving away something. Thought you were having a estate sale.
Well, I like giving away things. It just makes me happy. Making
I think it's awesome.
Things better. Like kids that don't necessarily have the money, or their parents don't get them any Lego sets.
I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, the Lego community on Instagram is not a great place to do that, if I'm being honest, because everyone there, I assume, has Legos. If you're gonna, I'd personally recommend doing, if you have a local charity. Because everyone in the Lego Instagram community, you could assume, has them.
But also, if you do giveaways, you can build your following and stuff. So it's
that's why I assume you do it, right?
No, my Christmas giveaway, I on there to enter. I didn't have anybody follow me, tag anybody. I didn't want to grow from that giveaway, and it even says that in the description. All I wanted people to do is comment what they wanted for Christmas, and then I gave away a bunch of sets, and I ended up giving away more sets than that.
Awesome.
You're too darn generous, man.
But,
too kind.
Yeah, so...
Don't worry, I get that.
The Hoth mock, I never finished it, and then I just got tired of it, and I started Arvala 7, and I swore up and down I promised I'd finish it, and I never finished it because I think at that time my website was starting to blow up, and my Instagram was, and just everything. It took my time away from doing the mock, and I don't really plan on returning to it, to be honest.
You still have it?
I did actually a lot of work on it. I did a bunch of training. I haven't made a video update on it, but I did a lot of work since I lost it an update. It's just I don't plan on finishing it, so I don't really think I should do another episode. But anyways, it's
I'm looking at the Lego bricks fan mail he sent me, right?
Yeah.
The one you sent with the marshmallows from Trader Joe's. That was great. I saw that in the store. I was at Trader Joe's 2 weeks ago, and it reminded me of that. That was funny.
Yeah. So I just want to ask you about. I know you've done your quick reviews and stuff, but and you've kind of been enjoying this new wave. But I have the overall impression that these sets are not your favorite overall. All the
no, they're not. This is my least favorite wave ever. I don't like these sets at all.
Okay.
I just more got them so that way I could give my honest opinion on it, because I don't want to be the one bad mouthing them. And then people are like, well, you didn't buy it, so you don't get to talk. And I'm like, look, I did. The X-Wing build, that was pain and sadness for a part of it. The TIE Fighter was a fun build. I like the TIE Fighter in the sense of just generally the way it looks, but in terms of everything else, the fact we've already gotten 2 bajillion TIE Fighters, I think the price is weird. Part of me is this feels too expensive, and part of me is this is cheap. It feels like a very buffed up junior set. Feels like an in between of a junior set and a normal set, this wave.
I would agree with that.
And the shuttle.
And you're gonna hate me, studs, after saying this, but I went to Target a couple days ago, and they had the new TIE Fighter, and they also had 4 501st Battle Packs, and I was actually considering getting a TIE Fighter over the 501st Battle Pack.
That's fine. I mean, I've just been like, now I'm sort of desensitized by 501st Battle Packs, because it's like, you know, but I'm still gonna keep collecting them. Like, if I average like 2 a month, then I'll be fine.
How many do you have?
They're $24 on Amazon right now, so I might have to get a few.
Oh, no,
They're limiting it to, it's weird. They limit it to 3, but you could make as many purchases of 3 as you want. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I had like 15 501st Battle Packs, but then I sold them all. So at the moment, I don't have a 501st Battle Pack.
You sold all of? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then I got an iPad with that money, and then I realized I hated the iPad, so then I sold the iPad. Or I returned the iPad, and
like Brick's strong role of poor financial decisions. The 501st Battle Pack, it's like now I find it weird how it's like $27 or it's like $24 on Amazon right now. But if you want to buy it on the secondhand market, the cheapest you'll find it for is like $7, $6, $7, which I think is absurd. I was really hoping. I made a video on this a while ago. I had a feeling that like after a while, the 501st Troopers from the Battle Pack would end up being like $4 each. You figure, $4 is, per figure, 4, 8, 12, 6, or 4, 8, 12, 16, and then you sell the builds for however much, and then the droids you sell, I assume, for $2. I mean, it just made sense in my brain. And so you send, I assume, $10 on the builds. But now every piece in that set has been devalued on Bricklink. You like check the stats; they've been devalued by like 90% because there's such a high influx of those certain specific pieces that are only in that set because everyone just bricklinks the set itself.
And I still see people on Instagram like selling these 501st Battle Packs for like insane amounts of money. Like,
I don't see that much. It's like $30, but it's like, well, now you can go to any department store and get them for $24. So it's not like it's a big amount of money. It's just they need to make a profit. I get that. Bricks, you need to learn from them.
They seem to be like going in, or I don't think as many people are buying them anymore because a lot of people have a lot of them. So I see them in stock more, definitely.
Watch, Lego's going to do a massive restock in March, and there's going to be like how for a while the Mando Battle Pack was like just surplused on shelves like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I find it interesting. I didn't think those were going to sell out over Christmas. They did. Because there were just so many all over shelves. They were littering shelves. And they never lowered the price on that one. Like, they lowered the price in the Battle Pack, the AT. They lowered that price like $3. But, like, usually Battle Packs, they never went down to, like, 10. Or 9, which is, the sweet medium I would like to be in.
Yeah.
And they probably never will, I don't think, the Mando Battle. I think they're done. They're not going to restock.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But if you had to like pick the next wave of Lego Star Wars sets, what would you want?
I mean, this goes without saying, but Clone Wars. I mean, there are like sets I'd want. I think for the $350 set, my like dream set for that would either be a Venator or a Jedi Temple. It's gonna be like a Cantina type setup. Because every $350 slot we've gotten actually, my dream set for that type of a thing. Or maybe this will be next year, because next year's the anniversary of Attack of the Clones. I want to see a, what is it? Not Master Builder series, Battle of Geonosis.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, the Battle of Hoth set, the UCS Hoth.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love that, but Geonosis, where you get clone troopers and droids and droid ships and staps and walkers and everything. And, like, Count Dooku versus Yoda and Padme and Anakin. Like, that would just be the amazing ultimate set for me. Like, that would be awesome. Like that's yeah. That would be like my dream of that set.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
I know they got rid of battle packs, but like if they did like a plain phase 1 battle pack and then like a plain phase 2 battle pack.
Well, they can't put 4 figures separate. The 4 of the same figures in a $15 battle pack now. I think they're doing a CMS series. I genuinely do.
Well,
that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think they will.
Maybe like 3 plain clone troopers and like 1 commander kind of like they did with the Final First Battle Pack.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 3 troopers and then the.
I have a feeling with this wave we're getting this year, aside from the Mando set, like look at this, the Imperial Shuttle, the Tauntaun, and all those, the X-Wing. I think they have these just planned and they were in storage for like if they need a set. And I think this was just a type of thing they had like in the back, and they're like, okay, we need this to stall. And you notice the figures in these things are all pretty darn generic and boring, or that have already been made. There are 3 original figures in this. There's what's his name, Dodonna, which isn't that complicated of a figure to do. There's Beskar Mando, which I assume Lego's been working on since Chapter 3 of The Mandalorian. And there was Annihilate, which basically they just add some belly wires to the one in the Death Star, which I wouldn't even count that as really original to that. But I think like there are no original figures for this, and especially I think the thing this really is prevalent in is with the Imperial Shuttle, because in those types of sets they always put this one draw figure. Like in the Death Star Duel, I remember in the original one that came out, the Death Star Duel, the original one, there was the new Darth Vader helmet, which everyone was so excited about. And then in the new Death Star Duel they did last year, it came with Darth Vader with arm printing.
Oh
so
yeah,
there was always that
sick.
type of draw figure. But in this new shuttle, there's not a single draw figure. Like in that they could have done like I'm not even like speculating. I'm just saying there was nothing. They could have done any type of draw figure and they just didn't. Which is why I think they have their minifigure team. Like they have to do a certain amount of figures every year. And I have a feeling their minifigure team is working on something, which probably the CMS series.
Yeah, probably
that's my
CMS
guess.
series. And it's probably a Star Wars one. Probably like I could see it being in the Clone Wars era.
Star Wars CMS.
Yeah. I could see it being in the Clone Wars era though, especially with everything coming out.
I don't see it being Clone Wars era. It's going to be generally Star Wars. If anything, it's going to be just original trilogy. Because Lego, they're in not this year, but the year like in the next 2 years after this year, you're going to see a lot of Clone Wars stuff because they saw the success of the Final First Battle Pack and the AT. And I think Lego genuinely didn't think that that market was that thing. They just thought this was like a little fringe group that really wanted this set, and they're like, oh, it's not going to kill us to release it. And they released it, and obviously it did really well. So I think we're going to be seeing loads of Clone Wars stuff 2 years from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why they stopped doing Clone Wars stuff.
Well, I do. They had an entire new trilogy to make sets for.
True. But did you see the skit that M&R did with Sans as like the Lego Star Wars designer?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, yeah,
Corey was the one telling me about that. Corey told me what it was before it happened.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You need to watch
it. It was a little dry.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was okay. It was okay. I'm not going to say like that was top humor. Like I don't think I laughed per se, but it was.
It was realistic. It was did a good job making it fun.
So realistic.
Well, see, the funny thing is, I didn't know it was a skit till like 30 seconds in. I was like, wait, this definitely is a skit.
I knew. I mean, aside from Corey telling me, you can tell right away because Lego doesn't act like that. Because
I know that's what I was like. I was like, this is way unprofessional for Lego. So
I'm like, well, they have two promos right next to them.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about, for people who are thinking about starting up a YouTube channel or, trying to grow one, especially in the Lego niche, do you have any advice to, get going?
Advice. Well, the most important thing is you have to want it. Like that goes without saying. If you want it for the money, don't do it. If you want it for some other weird reason that isn't just for pure enjoyment, then don't do it. I do it purely for fun. I mean, but the money is certainly nice. I pretty much put all of that back into the Legos, like just because, or I put it into channel quality and all that sort of stuff. And I just think it's you have to really want it. That's obviously most important. Everything else comes later. Editing is pretty important. You're going to want to keep people engaged. We live in a society where, if it's not interesting in the first 15 seconds, people will skip, which is a lesson I actually learned recently, not recently, but recently it's been like for a long time on my channel. I just talk a lot to a camera, and there wasn't any heavy editing in it. And obviously that's not that interesting. And I wasn't the greatest speaker at that time, and I would just start mumbling, which isn't good. And people just don't find that interesting. So people wouldn't sit through the videos when there was a lot of good substance there. So I think cutting right to the substance of what you're doing is important. And I think I see a lot, especially saw this with when I was doing my mock videos, a lot of creators focus on the wrong sorts of things. Like they'll just spend 20 minutes explaining something when instead of getting to the interesting parts of the video. So I think I call it like the TikTok culture. It's like just people have the attention span of a goldfish, maybe worse. And you just have to, get to it right away. You can see that with I tried the Mr. Beast type algorithm, but you can't do that with Lego, where he just kind of gets into it. He's like, I have a $600,000 firework. And I think like when I was able to do the charity thing, that was like, it was like a mini Mr. Beast moment. I can't afford to be Mr. Beast, but yeah. It's like the Lego community is certainly a very niche community, and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I think really sitting down and finding your creative thing that you want to be unique to you is very important. And you're always going to be trying to discover that. I find it interesting. As soon as I did my quick mock video or my quick review type video for all the new sets, all of a sudden I started getting all these quick review type videos in my feed. And by the way, I don't hate Lego YouTubers. There's this one guy I found that I hate. I don't know his name. I genuinely don't like this type of YouTuber. He basically is on TikTok and he's like, this is Lego Star Wars part, and he just like it has this like weird muffled voice thing. And they do these like 1 minute things about Lego Star Wars, and he has like 11,000 subscribers, and he doesn't have a video over a minute, and it's a joke. So don't be that YouTuber. Don't make that your unique thing. I just hate the TikTok culture, so.
Yeah, definitely TikTok. There's a lot of success on TikTok in the Lego community as well, though.
Absolutely, I just don't like it. I just think it's bad. It's bad for, especially younger kids, which I assume are the main focus of those types of things in general. On top of my opinions on TikTok, which are a whole different thing. But I just think making these 30-second videos, putting kids in front of these like things that's just like constant, quick, and you're never really getting to slow down and think about what you're watching. And I know this is affected. This even affected me too. I've like gone on these binges on the Instagram Reels, and I hate it. I wish I could disable them. I just can't.
Yeah.
And it's a way the social media platforms get you to stay on, and they're purposefully addicting, and I think it's really bad for people. Not that I'm gonna like regulate or anything. I just think it's really bad for people. And
I had TikTok for like a day, and then I deleted it like instantly. I hated it.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of just flip. Like it's just like just instant dopamine type gratification. I need like it's like I noticed people can't even sit and watch movies now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, how
when was the last time you sat fully and watched through a movie?
Yeah, how could you not sit and watch a Star Wars movie? I mean, just what?
Some people can. I mean, I get pretty distracted during like a lot of like certain scenes. It's like I'll be watching the prequels, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna look over at my phone while Jar Jar Binks gives his Senate speech.
Oh yeah.
Well,
the holiday special though, my eyes are glued. Like I love that holiday special. Holy crud.
That was good. I like the holiday special.
Well, I hope you mean that. Yeah. Okay. Now,
I didn't love it, but I thought it was good. Like you didn't like it at all?
I know I love the holiday special. It's great.
Well, like I managed a Lego Star Wars account with over 20,000 followers for one of my friends, and whenever I posted, like while I was watching a movie, my phone would just be blowing up with likes, and I'd keep checking it, and it would just be like an addiction type thing. But anyways, I don't manage that account anymore. It's just fun. But
I wanted to ask you about you kind of have like two main like almost sig figs, I would say. One of those being that Commander Rico, which people could actually purchase a while back from Bricks by Bricks. And then yeah, exactly. Now you have the version with like your face and a 501st Trooper. So like what inspired both of those figures, and moving forward, which one can we expect to see more of on your channel?
Well, you're probably not going to see the old Republic Studs one again, the Commander Rico inspired one. That was inspired by Daily Tactics character, obviously. And that one actually, it stemmed from a bit of a childhood. Like I had this character that was like a clone trooper, but he was a heavy trooper, and his name wasn't Rico, but he like had like the snow trooper head. He kind of looked like Commander Bakara, like the First Order snow trooper head, and that's part of it. But also, like, I had this like storyline in my imagination going until I was like 11, and it was going on since I was like 9. It's funny that was funny. I had this continuing story going on. It was really interesting, but like in my brain, like obviously not like I didn't write it down anywhere. But what was I saying? Holy crap! With the new one, that was partially inspired. Obviously, I wanted to show that I still like do Clone Wars stuff, so I kept this. I did a 501st torso from the new 501st Trooper, and I had this old account on Instagram. It's called Puppet Master. I still manage it. I just don't use it, and it has like 700 followers. I got that when I was like 8. So I know I was using Instagram illegally or whatever, but I had this like red hairpiece that I used as like my sig then, and I was in the Lego community then. It was weird. So I've been in the community for a bit. Not 7. I was like 8 or 9. And like there's this guy LCW Productions, Lego Captain Wookie. That's what it stands for. And he's apparently been around since then. And I talk to him all the time. And then I kind of like left that, and I didn't really touch on that for a long time. And then I just recently found out like I used to talk to him all the time. He did the end card he made the end card for my video. He did a lot of editing type stuff for me. He made my first Republic Studs intro, like not the ones with the studs dropping, the other one where the kind of square would go around my name. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen the I've seen the intro.
He made that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Who made the studs dropping one? I love that one. I think it's so cool.
The which one?
The one that you use now.
The one I use now, that was Nico Bricks. He's an awesome guy. I paid him. I forgot how much I paid him. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And my old one was designed by this girl, Shellberry. She did a lot of like just drawings for free for a while. And she was awesome. She was actually friends with someone who was went to school with someone who was in this group chat I was in, this like Daily Tactics Rico's Brigade group chat, and that was kind of funny. So yeah.
That is funny. I used to
maybe I'll turn your current sig fig into a decal. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, all you have to do is buy Obi-Wan Kenobi's young Obi-Wan's head. That's the face I use. Then you just get the hairpiece and you use a 501st torso. I made it really simple to make. I didn't make it like super custom like I know a lot of other Lego YouTubers do. So you like make it at home, I guess.
Yeah, you really just kind of need that 501st head, and then like the orange hairish and face.
Well, yeah, the orange hair is the hardest one.
Yeah, it looks great. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I also wanted to ask you about Rico, which was your stop motion series, right?
Well, my Rico Lego Star Wars story.
So was there that? By the way, this is fantastic. I love the Rico series. I really enjoyed it a lot. But there was never a number 3, was there?
There was plans. I wrote a 20-something page script, and I was flip-flopping so much on that. Because like the first one obviously took a lot of work, and I finished it like as soon as I knew this quarantine was happening. I'm like, ooh, cool! I have 2 weeks off of school. I could finish this really quick. I could finish this, and then I finished it, and then next thing I had 3 weeks off of school and 4 weeks, so I just started doing consistent YouTube videos every day, and I had a choice. I could either do daily uploads, or I could do the stop motion. Now there was another small factor, which was people were like saying I was copying Daily Tactics. And that was just a thing I also didn't want to be attached to as much with that whole ring. And I think by that point I might have changed my name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I changed my name to Republic Studs before I released that. And I just think that on top of that association where people would be confused, where my sig fig would look like Rico, but I'm calling him Republic Studs, and it was just a whole mess. And I just did a bad job in that realm. But the main factor was I was just like, well, I could either do the stop motion or I could continue doing daily uploads. And I think I made the right choice because I ended up getting way more views and growing a lot quicker by doing this. I even had a composer. I even animated. I was like in the process of making part 3. You check the playlist and there's the opening scene. I even have the script written, like, so for anyone who's a Patreon or channel member or whatever, they get access to the script for part 3. And I was really proud of that script. That was a really, really good script. And I even had everyone recorded their lines. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
I'm a member of your channel on YouTube and a patron on Patreon. So
yeah, thank you.
I get double access.
You get double access.
Double access.
And yeah, I am working on a stop motion though with my friend Bricks and Clones. No, not Bricks and Clones. There's so many friggin' Bricks people.
There are.
Bricks films. You too. Everyone has
the original.
Yeah.
I was the original.
Yeah.
Everybody liked me, so they copied me.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
I don't know if you were the original. I knew about Bricks when I was like, there was Solbrick Studios. I mean,
That's true. Even our podcast is
around
Bricks.
But
Yeah.
I'm joking, but
yeah, the Brick. I mean, that's Brick Bite. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I'm working on a stop motion with Bricks Films. I wrote up the script. Super happy with it. And he was really excited about this, so I'm just waiting for him to respond. He's been gone a bit. I think he's on vacation. So once he's back, we're gonna get right started. I think this one I'm spending. This one's gonna. I have a feeling it could probably blow up. This one I'm probably gonna spend $75 on.
Ooh, nice.
Just to buy some figures, some sets up for him to do some sets. It should be really interesting.
Well,
and then if it does well, I'll do a part 2.
Yeah, I'll have to keep a lookout for that because that sounds awesome. I'm excited.
That one's gonna be. I mean, he hasn't started it yet, and he's an amazing animator. I'd like to set a date. I'd like to probably say I'd like it out by June if possible. I'll have to message him about that.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. That's gonna be so cool.
If possible, that's no guarantee, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, coming from you, I think I have high expectations for it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be sick. I'm not gonna reveal what it is, but we'll do a trailer. So.
All right.
I remember when you did that teaser video for Rico 3, and then like a couple days later, you're like, Rico 3 is canceled.
Yeah.
That was such a tough decision. Oh my god, that was a painful decision. That was like annoying. Like I wanted to do it, but it was also that or daily uploads, and I think I chose the right path for where I am now.
Yeah, I think you did, definitely.
But my stop motion still was so much more going into that. It just stop motions are so much work, and I wasn't ready to really
do all that.
Can go there.
Well,
I'm glad I did it once. I don't think I'm gonna do it again, at least at that scale. I might do like a small stop motion, but it's a lot of work, and I credit everyone who does it.
I've done multiple stop motions, and it's like it's hard to just sit down for like 5 hours or whatever. Just animating.
Stop motions are very dependent on you being in a certain like ready to do it mood. If you're not fully invested into it, you're gonna be terrible and not have fun, and it's gonna be a terrible time for you. You have to fully be in that, and that was like what would happen during the process of me filming it. And I don't want to be stuck in the middle of that and recording videos and everything. So
yeah, it's time consuming. It's very time consuming.
Yeah, you recently released a stop motion, didn't you, Lego Brick?
Yeah, I've been doing, I'm not very much into stop motion, but I've been kind of doing this like small series, just like 30-second, long videos. I think we're on part 4 now. It's with this guy named Jared Ryan Films, who's really good. Do
you need a voice actor?
What?
Do you need a voice actor?
Actually, coming up, we do. If you
only if you like need one. I'll put myself up if you want. Not that I'm great at like voice acting. Just if you want me to be in it, then let me know. Yeah,
we're doing like part 5. I think he's doing, and then I'm just gonna I'm working on a script. So I'll send you a message when that comes around. That'll be awesome. All right, guys, look forward to that. I have one more question to kind of finish off the podcast. And it's just kind of going forward with your channel. Do you have any big plans? I know you talked about that stop motion, but is there anything else that, big plans for things coming or exciting things that we can expect to see?
Stop motion's a big deal. I have a new video coming up. I've already kind of like nonchalantly announced this, but it's the season 2 premiere for our Clone Traders series. I'm so excited to bring that back. I just spent 10 hours editing that. I'm gonna just keep. I have a general plan in motion of what I think I want to do. I'm not 100% sure, but I just want to try to see what kind of mediums I can create. It's just a lot to manage at once. People are always telling me, like, do a gaming channel. First of all, I stink at gaming, so not doing that. Or, like, do a vlog channel or whatever. I'm doing a new vlog, but I'm always going to keep everything on the main channel because, it's just too much work to do any other channels, and I'm not ready to get into that realm. And
like, M&R has, like, 4 different things that he does. He has,
gaming,
like,
he has
M&R
vlog,
gaming.
he has his regular channel.
Yeah, he has a lot.
I find it interesting. They're like the cult following he has. Yeah.
He has a speed build channel as well. He hasn't uploaded on there in forever. So.
I think the thing I want to offer is just another kind of perspective on the LEGO community. Because I think right now there's one thought piece in the whole LEGO community for anything that ever happens when it comes to LEGO Star Wars, and that's M&R Productions.
Yeah.
And I think he has a great channel. I really think he's a really cool guy. But I also think that everyone having the exact same like general thoughts on that, it just kind of like come on. It's like everyone just kind of bandwagons off of whatever he says, and it honestly bothers me, to be honest. So I want to kind of be that alternative like motive or alternative type place
perspective,
where it's like you're just a different perspective on LEGO Star Wars. I mean,
yeah.
Because like I'm not saying what I want is what everyone wants, but I'm not saying what he wants is what everyone wants either. So if there's just it's a little more taste, and plus I know I focus a bit more on clone stuff, which I know I'd say probably about 40 to 50% of the community is more interested in that than the sets. There's such a big clone community. I don't see as many communities for first order stuff or for just general sets. And I think the big mistake that a lot of the LEGO community has been focusing on is sets, which is why I'm going to try to focus in the new year on the minifigures more. So I'm going to be like top 5 episodes. Like I already have this planned. I'm not sure when I'm going to start, but it's going to be like top 10 the Phantom Menace minifigures.
Ooh, that'll be awesome.
However, because like people are just focusing on the sets too much, I think. And the minifigures are probably even if not a bigger deal than the sets themselves.
The only thing I like about LEGO Star Wars is the minifigures. I don't really care about the builds that much because usually LEGO has pretty bad builds to begin with.
Not always.
Yeah, there's pretty good builds.
I think the thing that bothers me is I've talked about this forever, so I'm going to reiterate again. But LEGO's doing this weird thing where they're like dividing up their fan bases, because now they basically have this the 18 plus sets, which are the new sets they have, and you have the 18 plus sets, and then you have the junior sets. And then now they're starting to make like the new TIE Fighter, the new X-Wing. They're making those like younger kid sets, and there's no real room for the people in between. And I assume that would be from ages like 11 to 17 or 18. Because like when you get to a certain point when you're like an adult, obviously like the only sets that are socially acceptable to have are these display pieces. So that makes sense. But for the people like in between that still have some like loose money to spend, or just like they're just fun playable sets for like 11 to 17, I think LEGO's abandoning those people, and I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah,
I hope not. With the new wave price leaks, I have high hopes. I think I wouldn't be shocked if it's a big disappointment. Then honestly, I'm just gonna laugh at this point because it's just comical. Like if it's like for these big sets, it's just like I was thinking about this earlier today. I would not be shocked if the new Millennium Falcon, they just do it like Galaxy's Edge Millennium Falcon or something. I wouldn't be shocked if they just did the Millennium Falcon set again, but slightly different packaging and retire the old one.
We've had so many Millennium Falcon sets, it's insane.
No, like yes, Millennium Falcon, I love it. It's my baby, but I would just, that's the way LEGO is. It's like my worst case scenario for what's coming. It would be like we end up getting what? We end up getting a Luke's Land Speeder UCS set. That's the $200 one. We get whatchamacallit. We would just get the end. I think Endor is probably my worst case scenario for this.
No,
for that,
I want an Endor set.
$350 slot. Just
Okay,
because
maybe
we've already got an Endor.
$50 slot.
I genuinely think it's going to be Yavin because we just got the Cantina. So I think it's going to be Yavin.
I agree with the Lego brick.
I think it's going to be Yavin.
I would like another Endor set. Maybe not in the $350.
I want Yavin. Yavin would be so much better. Plus, it could be it would be so much better because we haven't gotten Yavin. You know, Rebel Base. We haven't gotten a Rebel Base. I mean, I take that back. We got Echo Base. I lied. But we haven't gotten Yavin yet. And that would be cool. You get like Mon Mothma, her first appearance. You could get some of the characters from Rogue One. You could probably get Bail in that set too. You could get we recently got General Dodonna, so that's not as crazy of a deal. But you get like a little launch like fighter hangar. You get General Hera. Like it could be so cool. Like, that would be a cool set. You could get like there's just so many things you could do. That would be really cool. You get Rebel Honor Guard.
Yeah, that would be
figures.
cool.
I'm not even talking about like the set quality.
Yeah, I just don't think we've had an Endor set in like a while, except for like those little like battle sets.
We the Ewok Village, and we've been getting Endor forever.
No.
I think Yavin's the only significant scene in the in the original trilogy that hasn't been made in Lego. Other than and the only time Yavin's been interpreted is in a Junior's A-Wing. There was a little podium that generally resembled Yavin, but other than that, we've never gotten it in Lego.
That's true. We haven't seen anything like it.
We've gotten so much Endor,
but not recently. We haven't had Endor recently, and I would like to see, maybe not in that $350 slot, but I definitely like to see maybe $100 or something. Just to,
I mean, I'd honestly, I think even a Kashyyyk would be interesting. Like instead of Endor, I'd rather get Kashyyyk than Endor.
Maybe. I love Endor. That's like my favorite part of the original trilogy. So
yeah. I have the Ewok Village. That's my one of my other favorite sets. That was my first really big set. The Ewok Village. I never back on it now. Looking back on it now, I don't know if it was worth $250. I'm like looking at it right now. I'm like, Like I think it would have been better off being like $199.
Yeah, maybe that's true. I never got it, and I always wish I had it.
I own it. It's a beautiful set. I've played the crap out of it. I got my money's worth. Just when I was younger, I'd use that thing all the time. Mm-hmm. But looking back on it, I don't think it's worth $250. Like looking at other sets, like I'm looking at Darth Vader's castle, which is on the opposite side. That set's about $120, and that's much more substantial looking. At least. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's certainly one of the more. I'm really glad Lego did that set. That's certainly one of the more interesting sets they could have done.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did it. Like there's some unique sets that I'm genuinely happy Lego's done, like that set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
This has been a fun podcast.
This was awesome.
Yeah, this has been fantastic. So I don't know if you know, but usually what we do is we end the podcast with some shout outs, each person going through, just naming one person that they would kind of want to give a shout out to. Today, I obviously just want to give a shout out to you, Republic Studs, because you've been a huge inspiration for me to, start up Instagram and YouTube, and I literally watch like almost all of your videos. So I
really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And thanks for being on the podcast.
The Lego Brick is an awesome dude, guys. Like, he's like, I'd say he's one of the most, he's one of the most professional people in like the Lego community I know. Like just thinking like he's very professional in the way he handles himself, and I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
So all the credits to you, man.
Thank you. I really,
especially even to that. Very professional in the way you handle yourself. Just great job.
Thank you. It's been awesome getting to know you, and it's been awesome doing this podcast with you. Yeah. We'll get to bricks, but before we do, I want to ask you: is there
the Lego brick stopped working?
Is there a YouTuber or a person who has been a big inspiration for your channel, and someone that you'd want to shout out today?
Probably my fans. They're like the best. So if any of them are watching this, then thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a single-player RPG. Oh God, I'm looking at your future guest. You're gonna have Noob on here?
Yes.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Hurt your eyes, people.
What? I love him. He's awesome.
I mean, you do you. I mean, Okay, I mean, I'm not going to judge, but...
All right. Yeah, I definitely know, like, in your Discord and stuff, the Studs fan base is quite a fan base. I love it. Some of the best fan base in the LEGO community.
They're an amazing group of people.
Yeah.
It's funny, in the beginning of it, there was, like, a lot of toxic people, and we managed to ban those really quickly, and they just kind of went away after I banned them. And now it's been great. Everyone's been awesome.
Nice, yeah, it's been awesome. It's a great community. Brick, do you have anyone that you'd like to shout out today?
Well, actually, my decal designer, Down Under Decals on Instagram,
Sounds like a drug dealer.
Well,
I got them Down Under Decals. Want some?
Well, anyways, he just hit 1,000 followers, and then Instagram deleted his account for no reason. So he's starting over. Yeah, he's starting over at
Did he
zero.
post something political?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Political now. It's like if you generally if you sneeze, then you get banned.
It might have been.
You gotta be safe, guys.
Yeah, it could have been like a Lego leak though too. I know one time I accidentally.
Oh, remember the Lego World News guy? He got. I forgot he existed. He had like 20-something thousand subs or 20,000 followers.
Oh wow.
He got executed by Lego.
I know Republic Bricks has been gone a lot. He keeps going kind of off and on.
Well,
it's funny. Yeah, he just like he gets banned and then unbanned and then.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened to Down Under Decals. But yeah, it's like down underscore.
So why are you shouting mad if his account was deleted?
Well, no, he created a new one and he's now at like 200 followers or something.
Instagram is not what it used to be. I think 10K, like Instagram, I remember when I was younger how hard it was to get 1,000 followers. And I think now just because the community is bigger, I think the big achievement now is hitting like 5,000 to 10,000 subs. That's like the equivalent of what hitting 1,000 subs was like back then.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mean what it used to. It's so easy to game the system. Just use crazy hashtags and like if I actually put effort in my Instagram, I could easily get like 5,000 subs. I just choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not my focus.
You guys don't know this, but I have a secret Lego account that hit 1,000 followers like a week ago, and I just started it like a month or two ago. So
like I was saying, it's not extremely difficult to
yeah, it's easy.
We get 1K subs like it used to be, or 1K
but
followers.
Yeah, you guys can try and find my secret account.
Wait, I think I know it. Is it? I think you told me it's account, isn't it?
He just he's like, shh, don't tell them.
Oh, sorry, my bad. We'll bleep it out.
That's right. That's what you're telling.
Yeah, the Lego brick discussed.
It'll
All
be
right.
censored. No.
Do you want me to close or whatever?
Yeah. Do you want to close? Look, let me say one thing, and then you can close it out. Thank you, Republic Studs, for being on the podcast. This has been amazing.
Bravo.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone listening. We've had some fantastic support on this podcast. We've actually really blown up, which is incredible. I did not think we would be doing this.
Oh, yeah, congrats. I was your 500th sub, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Dude,
I was looking at your channel the other days. I was like, wait, I'm not subscribed. And I hit subscribe and hit 500. So.
Oh, thank you,
congrats.
dude. That's awesome. Yes, I hit 500, so thank you all, and thanks for Republic Studs. It's kind of like when Solid Brick Studios was your 8,000. You're my 500. Yeah, that's awesome.
That was fun. Bricks, are you a sponsor?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, check out Bricks' website. Use code RStuds. I'm gonna just use the sponsor code until you make one for the podcast. But I'm using my code.
It's Byte.
Use code RStuds or Byte.
Or use code the Lego Brick. Use code the Lego Brick.
There's so many codes.
Or just leave before we all I don't know. Also, subscribe to the Lego Brick and get him to 501 subscribers.
Let's go. I think we just go ahead and end it right now. Thank you once again, and thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you back next Monday with a fresh episode. I don't remember who's going to be on next Monday, but it's going to be fantastic. Maybe not as fantastic.
Hopefully it's not Mood Builder.
What? He's awesome. Oh, that will be
You can't
fantastic.
be like, what does he have against me and New Builder are good. It's fine.
He's awesome. But yeah, but you
This
guys.
is my little practical joke because he made a parody video of me. So
Nice.
that was like 6 months ago. So, you know.
you gotta rub back in. You gotta take those shots at it.
There is an entire board, and I am the pawn.
Exactly.
That has to be a good video.
Okay.
All right.
Catch you guys later. Peace.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks for listening.